Is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction, but for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They begin on the ground with Guerrero. He's got daylight. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerrero, 85 yards. And the 49ers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Well, now how about this return? And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9.
This one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
From the gun, here's Willis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Watching the same camera? Did you see the replay? You gotta be kidding me. That's not what I saw.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Purdy looking to throw.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Purdy. Flush to his right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Now Purdy. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards to go, second down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 65 yards. And the 49ers have regained the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Willis.
Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and a couple. Back to throw, Willis. That's complete to Dobbs. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check match. Jump outside. We got that defense rattled. Momentum here, on. Shot offense.
Now Willis.
And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Jaden Reed.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down.
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
To throw, here's Willis. Completed out left to Dobbs.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
Oh, some strong running. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Josh Jacobs.
A 22-yard scamper.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5. To throw, here's Willis. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Come on.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Willis to throw once more.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
Sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Purdy now to throw off the play action. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Sixty Bison. Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
Fancy footwork at midfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Start. Let go.
Willis looking to pass it.
Flushed out right.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Tight. 19 tight. Split them here on this side.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Third and 3.
Get up. Keep it up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Keep the ball moving. Keep the 18, right here. All right, offense. Keep pushing the ball downfield. 19 Lions. Get a touchdown, baby. Get a touchdown. On this. Go.
Willis back to throw here.
On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Purdy to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
No timeout, you got to go quick here.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. To throw is Purdy.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's fourth down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Purdy with one final shot here.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this.
Must hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Let Groupie out, so ready to send this away. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. On him quick, and they bring it down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense. And already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate and get after the quarterback.
Reeled in by George Kittle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. Has the 1st and more inside the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They are now set for 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Garindo. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 36. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
On 3rd down, Purdy. On target to Garindo. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th and 3, drive on the line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here comes Williams on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. Give on second to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense in the hurry up here. They go play action with Carr. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up second down. Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Working quickly here. It's Kamara on third down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on fourth down. That's the end of the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. We'll see if they want to take the risk on 4th and a couple. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Handoff headed right. It's Garindo. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Here's Garindo again. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 27. Caught by Deebo Samuel. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They'll try the right side with Garindo. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Give him 7 on the play, and now they have 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The 49ers looking for a score before halftime. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Garindo. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here comes Williams on the return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. This is reeled in by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. Throw is caught by the back. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Carr. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he's out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Pistol snap to Carr. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while.
And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a 1-score game before halftime. Alvin Kamara on the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints cut it to a field goal game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, here's Mims. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. They found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another run for Kamara. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Carr with it on first. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They'll head up, first and 10 from the 42. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it up. And the 49ers return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Really gay there on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion. From midfield on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's a give to Kamara. He's got room to roam here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range. A small gain to the 38. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Kamara. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Offense up to the line fast. Carr with it on 3rd and short. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. Offense in the hurry up here. Another shot for Kamara. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Carr. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity to look in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Purdy on 1st down. That's taken in by Samuel. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down. Purdy setting up that play action. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's DeMario Davis. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Kamara's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints down by 10. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A run now with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Call it 4 yards, and we'll see what they do now from 4th and short in this spot.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Now to throw. He's got it to his running back. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. Looking to throw. Carr. This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you're talking about, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Shakes himself free. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Setting up for a decisive onside kick here, just under 45 seconds left. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every